Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Awesome. I'm going to wait for a few people to come on. I want to welcome everybody to Quarantined to CEO Challenge Virtual Workshop. Please, I need you to do three things. One, I want you to give us a thumbs up. Two, I want you to tag two people. Three, I want you to put on the chat line where you are joining from, okay? While we wait for people to come on, I need you to share this. I need you to tell us where you are joining from, and I need you to give us some hearts, okay? Thank you so much. Hello, 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 beautiful people. How is everyone doing today? Awesome, 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 awesome. All right, so if you do not have your workbook, I hope you do. I want you to go to quarantine to CEO and .com and get it, okay? I want you to go over there and get it right now. Please do share this video, and also please let us know where you are joining from. All right, hey, we have a special featured speaker joining us today, and I'll be inviting her very soon. And her name is Miss Denise Cadet. She is joining us today, but please, while I wait for everybody to come on, please, I want you to share this. I want you to give us some hearts, and I want you to tell us where you are joining from. This is a beautiful day today that the Lord has made. All right. Okay, so let me share this. Give me a few minutes. Let me start a watch party. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to start a watch party with your friends. Start a watch party right now with your friends. Welcome to Quarantine to CEO Challenge. We are here trying to use this quarantine period to turn our passion into a business that can sustain us, okay, financially sustain us. Use this quarantine period and turn our passion and our talent into an income boost, something to boost your income. Some of you might think it's not necessary, but being in the assisted living industry, it is very, very important, no matter how little, that you have something you're using to boost your income. When you boost that income, you can take that extra money and put it into savings towards your retirement, okay? It is necessary. It doesn't matter how much, how small. I need you to find something that you can do. Like we said yesterday, you need to have at least 4 streams of income. One of them should be online. One should be offline. The second should be essential. The third, well, what am I talking about? One should be online. The second should be offline. The third should be essential. And the fourth should be non-essential. And please, if you're joining us, I want you to let us know where you're coming from on the chat line. I want you to like this video, and I want you to share this video. Create a a watch party with you and your friends while we start, okay? So our special guest for today is Miss Denise Cadet, and our topic for today we are going to be talking about setting goals and creating milestones, okay? I know we've had this before, but how many of us have actually really implemented what we've heard? Can we use this time and actually implement it? If you have a workbook, I want you to say yes there. If you have your workbook, I want you to click yes. If you don't have it, I want you to download it, because this is the time of action. This is the time for us to actually do what we are saying we are going to do, okay? This is the time to implement those things that we have always wanted to do, those things that we have always said that we want to do, okay? This is the time to implement it. So before I go on to start sharing some of the things that we want to do today, I'm going to invite our special speaker today. Or maybe I should wait for a few people to join. Hey, Daniel, how are you? Please share the video, right? Okay. So I want everyone to like put on the chat line, where are you joining from? Let us know where you're joining from. Share the video, create a watch party right now while we're waiting just few more, like maybe like 2 more minutes, okay? 2 more minutes. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. Okay, 2 more minutes. Thank you everyone that is coming on board. Thank you for coming on board. We are about to get started. Oh, okay. All right. Everything is looking good. Let's see. Share this with my friends. Start a watch party. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's start over this time. Hello. Thank you for joining us. All right, so we are talking about today. We have a special guest that is joining us, Miss Denise, and she will be walking us through some few things. And I'm going to invite her right now. Miss Denise, how are you today? You have your thing on a mute. Can you get the microphone out of? Awesome.
Here we are. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
That is awesome. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are you doing, Jean?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. This is awesome. This is exciting.
I know. It is exciting. This is the time to build. We want to use this time not to be emotionally down, not to be mentally drained, but to boost ourselves up. We are still alive, right? We are not 6 feet under. We are grateful for that, but that doesn't mean that we're going to stop building. This is the time to maximize this time and build something that we are going to look back and we're going to be grateful for. So I'm really happy that you are joining us, and everyone. This is Miss Denise Garrett, and she has a lot to bring to us today. We have 2 topics to cover today: setting goals and creating milestones. And I'm starting with her, and we do have that workbook that I'm going to walk you through. That workbook, okay? So I want us to welcome Miss Denise, and I want you to also share this video. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I want to thank you for inviting me to your precious stage and sharing with your followers and people that you love what is this moment really represent. It is a hard moment. I'm a nurse. I'm in the field. It is not an easy moment for many. If you are dealing with health issues, it's not, especially when it's an unknown treatment for it. So it can be a moment where a lot of us want to kind of call in and be depressed. It could be a moment that brings a lot of uncertainty because we're looking at people that's not only dealing with your health, that's also dealing with financial hardship right now. Many have lost their job. So what does that mean from quarantine to CEO? Do you have the hope to start something right now? Do you have the hope in the strength to go in and say, wow, I've lost my job, or I'm working less, or I still have to work but have the potential of getting sick, but then now I need to look into how I can use my passion, turn it to a business that can actually future help me later, where if I were to not have an income coming in, I can rely on that. Basically, it's having a backup tire, right?
Right.
So having that backup tire, and I've been very lucky. Majority of my friends are very business oriented. They pushed me. I have several friends. Because of them, I didn't rely on, oh, I'm a nurse, I make enough, I can just go about it. And Jen, you and I know, because we see the other end of spectrum. We see the whole picture. When you get older, that little money you're making now,
it's nothing.
Doesn't carry you.
No, it doesn't.
For an example, you walk in somebody's assisted living because your kids are too busy. They have to work. You cannot take care of yourself. If anybody tell you, I'm in California, if I walk in here and somebody told me they will let me stay here for $3,000 a month to take care of you, you'll run, because they're not going to do anything for you.
Right.
You need a minimum of $7,000 a month to take care of yourself if your family cannot take care of you. And if you do have a family taking care of you, they have to work. Where's the money coming from? If they not have to work, they're stressed. Where is the income coming from? So using this moment to create an possible side income that can help you in the future is important. So when we setting a milestone, I'm going to speak about milestone. You know, it's good to have passions. It's good to turn it to a business. But where do you start? Where do you go from there? Especially if you don't have the business mind. It's not something we grew up with. If you didn't grow up in a family that has a business mind, that give you the little techniques and stuff that you grew up in, you can't do it. So that's why I really love Jean. She making sure her kids are seeing how a business owner run. So how do you set little milestone to go? And I know many people will always tell me, how do you eat the elephant? They say small bite at the time. I say don't eat the elephant at all because I don't think that's good. But either way, so basically, how do you go about taking that big project? I'm going to turn my passion into a business. You're setting up little small milestone. And if you're like me, you get so excited about you creating your own business, you go all out. And if you're not going all out, you get discouraged. Oh, I don't know how to do this. But find the passion first. We talk about that the first day. Find the passion. What is your passion? I love to cook. I honestly believe my kitchen has magic. If I'm tired and exhausted, working a 12-hour days, I walk in that kitchen, I have all kind of energy. I completely forget that I was tired. And if I have people to feed, I can stay all night cooking. But that's my passion. So how do I turn that passion and create a milestone for a business if I were to make it a business? So the first thing I will do is say, sure, okay, what kind of cooking I want to do? Do I want to do catering? Do I want to do teaching people how to cook? What exactly, how do I want to do that? After you put that, so that's one thing. So you're setting up, okay, this is the bigger picture. So now what are the steps behind that bigger picture? So I will set, if I take mine for an example, actually, let me take mine on the active, because I don't want to do catering. I want to do more teaching. I want to teach people how to cook so that when they walk in the kitchen, they'll have that same energy to cook their own healthy food than to have somebody else cook their food that doesn't have their best interest in mind, right? So setting that up, I feel like what I want to do, I want to cook. I want to teach people how to cook. So I will set the goal. I want to teach people how to cook. Then I want to say, okay, what platform am I setting that at? Am I going to do it individually? Am I doing it one-on-one? Or am I doing it in a group where, I can actually get income even when I'm not working? So you set that up, and then you go ahead and create a little small goals. So the first goal will say, well, I would like to do that on Facebook. Say I would like to go live on Facebook teaching people how to cook so that I can learn, I can create a follower so I can charge. So if I'm doing that, I need to set a goal that once a week I get on Facebook and I do some live cooking. I create a follower and do that, but I have to put it in my calendar. So once a week, I'm going to teach one recipe that anybody can follow and create momentum. But from that, that's not bringing me any income. So how do I go about setting it up for income? You can, there's several platforms you can do. You can create a membership service. Then you have to find out, okay, what does that entail? After you create the membership service, you can create cooking classes where you say 5 people only can enroll, and you go about that. So those are the things that you can do to create little milestone. So that's one example. But then do you want to have an extra work? Because that's a lot of work sometimes to do. So when you go about creating your passion, find out how can you streamline it. And one of the questions in your workbook, it talks about what does it mean to create an income booster that is iterative. I may not be pronouncing it right. Bear with me, y'all. I don't speak English very well, but that words mean rinse and repeat. Basically, all it means is that you creating an income that you can rinse and repeat. And you can take McDonald's, for example. Perfect example.
Mhm.
Now, in your mind, is McDonald's has the best burgers? Do
No.
they have the best fries? Do they have the best food for your body? Period. They don't. But guess what? They created a system that any person that want to have a business can get on their platform and basically follow the system, rinse and repeat. You can go anywhere in the world that has a McDonald's. Basically, the Big Mac gonna be the Big Mac. They may have a little twist in there to for the culture, but it is still the same old food. So how do you create your business where anybody else that want to follow your system can follow it and give you income? So you have to create it that way. It takes time in the beginning, but you set it up where your rinse and repeat can be streamlined. And your rinse and repeat can just be for you. Say that I'm creating these recipes. I create them, I set them up, I create the system, but then I create a platform where I can easily market it, where anybody can click and say, oh, I want to learn how to cook because I have diabetes. I want to learn how to cook because I have a hypertension and I want to be able to do it. Oh, I know this girl on Facebook been cooking. Let me see what she got. And they can go in, go in my system, right? Click and be able to get on that and follow my recipes without me being present. That's creating a system that's going to provide you a boost of income that you don't have to be always there for. And that will relieve you of all the stress that may come with setting up a business. But you have to be able to create those milestones that you can follow and not too much at once. And a milestone has to have basically a milestone is a goal. A goal has to have a time date and when you're going to accomplish that. You know, is it realistic to set up something that I can do? Is it realistic for me to teach a cooking class every day while I'm working full time and I have kids? No, it may not be realistic. But is it realistic to do once a week? I can set up a camera and film this, record it, set it up on a platform that anybody can buy. Yes, that is. So once a week at 5 o'clock p.m., I'm already set up for that. And by the end of the month, I will have 4 videos to be able to market. Those are the things that you need to be able to put in and follow that milestone. So when you start accomplishing little goal at the time and you reach them, you get so excited. Like, let me give you an example. So I have a business coach. That's one thing you have to learn. Don't ever try to do this on your own. Find someone that already walked that path. Trust me, I've had several business coaches. Because of them, I've been able to push a little bit.
Right.
And especially me being still working in the field and trying to accomplish something that I'm passionate about, it takes encouragement. Surround yourself with people that have your back. Either you pay them to have your back or they're your best friend, but have people that has your back, because don't be looking for your family members to have your back. They're not walking that path with you. Don't cut them off. You may reduce your amount of interaction. You may not share what you're doing if they're not positive, because you want to protect your mind, but you want people that has your back. So today I've sat with my coach. I was so excited. You know why? Because the list of things he asked me to do, I had one of them completely done. Oh, I couldn't wait to get on the call today. But 2 weeks ago, oh, girl, I was trying to find all kind of because I didn't have my goals met. But today, I sent him the copy of what I did. Oh, I was ready for him. Not only that, he was able to correct what needs to correct. He's going to help me put it back together. I'm feeling light. because I accomplished one of my milestones. So when you put your goals together and you start accomplishing them, you can checklist it. Although I'm not a big checklist person, but I'm learning as a business owner, what you cannot measure, you cannot accomplish. So
Exactly.
if you can measure it, if you can checklist it, you get more encouraged and you can move on to the next goal. Next thing you know, passion, your juices start flowing and you accomplish more. But guess what? As a business owner, you're able to help more people. So those are the things you have to look in you when you're achieving and setting up your milestone. Create an environment where you can internally encourage your own self, as well as putting people around you to accomplish those goals. So remember, your goal setting needs to be, or your milestone goals needs to be something that you can do. So have the big picture. Don't have no small picture. Have a big picture, as big as you can think, where you can actually get anxious just thinking about it. But then break them in little bite pieces. Okay, what do I need to do first? Get a coach, get a good circle of people. And then and the coach doesn't have to be someone you pay only. If you have a good friend that has a good head on their head shoulder and they don't mind sharing what they're doing, you can start from there. And then when you start making a little money, you get somebody you can pay, a good one, not somebody that's practicing on you. But that's your side notes, okay? And then you create a system. As you put the little goals together, create a system that you can wash, rinse, and repeat. And you can put more in that system. You can wash, rinse, use, rinse, and repeat. Like you can do what you want to do, but create a system that that you can streamline and somebody else can follow. And your goal needs to be something that you can say easily, this is when I start, this is when I need it to be done, and it's measurable. Okay, so this is all I have for you guys.
That is awesome. Isn't that amazing? So that
It
was
is.
Miss Denise bringing us some good stuff. I mean, like what you said is really true. We need to create milestones, because just like you say, something that you can rinse and repeat. That's one of the things that I actually wanted to talk to us about today. About, I launched my book like 2 weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
All under this, being under this period, right? So
Yeah.
when this thing started, I was feeling a little bit of restless. So I was like, why am I so restless? Like when you are someone that is always on the go, you're always doing stuff, and like you're all over the place. So I was not really sure how to handle the restlessness. But I'm like, you know what? I need to finish this book and I get it out there. It's a book that I've finished already, but for some reason I felt I was not ready to go. But this one, yeah, this is ready to go. I sat down, I looked at it one more time. I said, okay, I'm not going to look at it again, because each time I look at it, I see something I want to add or something I want to take out. I said, I'm going to be done with it. I finished creating it, finish up my course, put it out there, right? That's done, finished, right? So now people can, if somebody wants to open an assisted living and they are looking for really, really quick resource, my book is out there for them to go and get started with, So
Yep.
this is the time to create milestones to actually get things done.
Get
So,
it done.
to actually get things done. So Denise actually talked about it, but I know most of us, especially most of us that are already gone through, are professionals. We've already gone through trainings, several orientations, several classes, several seminars, workshops. We've had this several times, haven't we? We've had.
Exactly.
How do we ever implement? The point of this workshop is we are too busy to implement. Our mind is cluttered with a lot of things, so we do not have time to implement. We are working, but with this lockdown period, it slows you down. Because you're slowed down, this is the time to actually take out a paper, write things down, and actually get them finished and implement it. Okay? We are not bringing this information because we do not, people do not already know this, but we are bringing this information because we want to rekindle something that you already know and help you put this to action, right? So for you, Denise, we met, when did we meet again?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. For that 3 years, we have grown, right?
Yes.
And
You have trailblazed the path.
so I know where we started from. And before we actually met and went through the training, the speaker training that we went to, we knew most of the things that were being taught in the training, but we were not able to implement it until we actually was in the training and we started implementing things, right? So nothing will work or else you take action. And for you to take action, you have to create that goal and create a milestone that you can actually check off. Like right now, I don't know about other people, like you want to write this book, you want to do this. I had like several books I was working on at one time. I don't know how I thought that was possible to even do, but I conceived this idea, I conceived this idea, I conceived this idea. All of them was unfinished until I decided, okay, I have this quarantine period slowed me down, right? I'm gonna use this time and finish things up. So many bad, sad news, so many things on the social media making us feeling drained. I don't know about you, but we are humans. Even some days I just feel like crying. You know, like I'm looking around, everybody's wearing masks, and I'm like, what is our words? And I feel like crying, but I'm like, you know what? This is the time. I know. I mean, it's some. I don't know. Does any of you feel like crying sometimes with everything going on? I mean,
it's heavy. It's heavy.
Please put a yes, because I just want to know that I'm not crazy, or I don't want to say I'm depressed or something like that. But you know, it's just so sad. Feeling down. So what do you do in this time? I just felt like this is the time I want to do something to kind of get people energy out of that the hole that, you know, this crisis is kind of digging for us, and bring you out and take it as a time for you to actually build, because this time has showed each and every one of us that we cannot trust anything, and this is the time to build, right? So this time I started putting out book. Now I had my book finished and I launched it. Well, I wanted to do a big luncheon, right? But I did it online anyway. So, and it was very successful. And then, of course, I'm bringing another one that was supposed to go with it. And it's going to be like, maybe by the time this quarantine is period, it's going to be like my 3 books finished, completed, dusted, and done. Then I can have my head clear to do other things. And this is why I want all of you to use this time to pull yourself out of that emotional hole that is this crisis in, and use it as a light, even to people around you. Maybe you know someone that have lost someone. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Maybe you know you've lost somebody or whatever. This is the time to pull yourself out. You have to pull yourself out. If not, you're going to just keep on like draining. And before you know what is happening, this period is over. And then you're back to your normal life, right? And you haven't used this time to build anything. But to me, one thing that it has strengthened me in this time is that I've channeled my energy into something positive. So when I look back, I'm like, okay, this is actually something positive that came out of this whole mess, right? This is something positive that came out of this whole mess. So I really want to thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Really nice. Do you guys have any question for Denise? If you have any question, I want you to put it on the chat line and she can answer before I let her go. I know you're busy and you took your time to be here, and I appreciate you. And if you're just joining us, this is Quarantine to CEO workshop, where we are trying to guide you and help you turn your passion into business. If you have any question, I want you to put it on the chat line. If you have any question for our special and featured speaker, please do put it on the chat line. Any question? No?
No question. They're like, we got this.
We got this.
That's it.
You all got this. Really? No question at all?
So even if they don't have a question, just wanted you all to know, whatever the passion is, whatever your passion is, go forward, okay? One step at a time. Get somebody that walked that path, that's willing to guide you through it. Get some good friends behind you. Even if they can guide you through it, they're gonna say, go girl, go for it. That's what you need. Go for it, and don't quarantine yourself mentally as you are physically.
Yes. All right, so that was Denise Cadet with Cadet Health and Wellness. She is our featured speaker today, and that was really an amazing time. And you can reach out to her, and we have her website here, www.cadethealth.com. And if you visit our website as well, quarantinetoceo.com, you're going to see her picture there, and you're going to see a link to her website. Please connect with her, and she is another woman doing great things. Thank you so much for joining us. I
Thank
appreciate it.
you. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. All right, so that was Miss Denise Cadet. What an amazing time! What an amazing information. How to create a milestone. All right, so one thing that the next thing that we are going to be discussing again today is how to actually create have a goal, how to create a goal. So do you have your worksheet? If you have your worksheet, please, can I see you put yes on the chat line? If you do, do you have your worksheets? Yes, no? Do you? Hello, do you have it? Anybody? No? Yes? Do you have your worksheet? Because I want to go through that worksheet and for us to kind of walk through it. So if you are just joining us, our topic today, what we talked about today is defining your goals and creating milestones. So Ms. Denise was able to walk us through creating milestones. So I'm just going to walk us through defining your goals, okay? Defining your goals. So how does defining your goals help you make your income booster a reality? How does defining your goals help you make your income booster a reality? Okay, so how it's going to make your income booster a reality is because if you do not define your goals and write it down, you are not going to achieve anything. If you do not define your goals and write it down, you cannot achieve anything. See, I have a quote for us today. Commitment. Your goals helps you stay committed, okay? And commitment leads to action. And action brings your dream closer, okay? Your goals help you stay committed. And commitment leads to action. And action brings your dream closer. We all, like I was saying before, we all have heard about creating goals, but how many of us actually implement it? So this time, being on lockdown slows everybody down a little bit, and it's the time for you to take a deep breath and begin to work towards those goals that you were trying to create or have created that have not actually done anything towards. This is the time to take action towards those goals. Okay, this is the time. Okay, because once, I don't know if you, this is our third day with this workshop, this virtual workshop. So we have done the first day and we did the second day, and this is the third day. Okay, once you have determined what your income booster is, what you have determined what passion you want to turn into business, and you have validated the idea, because that's what we talked about yesterday, validating the idea, and you have determined how you will stand out. So because yesterday we talked about validating the idea, and we also talked about how to stand out from the crowd, how to overcome competition, because it does not matter what idea you want to invest in or you want to take into to start a business with. There's always somebody that is already doing it. So for you to prosper, for you to be prosperous, for you to be successful, you have to stand out. So it's time to define your overall goal. Defining clear goals will help you know that what steps you need to take in order to turn your income booster into a reality. Okay, the income booster idea, you want to turn it into a reality. So consider laying out, sequential goals that you can follow from this one to this one. For example, if you are going to sell, let's say, when I came into this country, I was selling on eBay, right? So I was selling my product on eBay, and it was making me small money because I've done so many different things. So I was going to the thrift shop and getting things and then putting it on eBay. So if you want to put your product on eBay, your first goal is to create an eBay account, right? And your second goal is maybe to research product that you want to sell, okay, on eBay. And then your third goal may be to source out products, to actually sell, okay? And your fourth goal may be to list those products. So now you have like things that you need to do in terms of this. I'm going to give you a second example. Let's say you want to write a book. The first thing is for you to find out who, personally, this is what the goal I'm setting for myself. What kind of book do I want to write? Everybody wants to write a book. Maybe you just want to be an author. It doesn't matter what topic, just be an author, right? Okay, that's one goal. I want to write a book. Bam. What kind of book do I want to write? I want to write a book that teaches people how to start their own assisted living. That's one. Okay, so what do I need to do? My next goal is to create a schedule on the days I'm going to write, right? So then the fourth one is, okay, to actually find out if I finish writing this book, who's going to publish it, right? So I will have them on standby and I'll start writing my book. Then when I finish writing, what is the next thing? The next thing is to actually send it to someone to edit. Okay, when I finish editing, this is the time to. So you have to really consistently create a plan to make those things happen, okay? When setting your goals, ensure that they are realistic, okay? Your goal has to be realistic, okay? Make sure that it's something that you are truly sure that you can accomplish. Just don't stress yourself so much with this. Make sure that it's something that is realistic. Each goal should be realistic and achievable. If your goals aren't realistic, you will find yourself getting very discouraged. Okay, I know we've had it several times. You get discouraged and you will not get it done. Okay, so the more inclined you will be to give up on your income booster depends on how unrealistic your goal is. Okay, so what are some of the small goals you can set that will give you traction on your income booster idea that you just conceived a couple of days ago? The small goals should contribute to your big and overall goal. So one of them is you have to research your market. Okay, I know we know all this. Maybe this is the time for you to actually put it down and hopefully get it done. Research your market, research the desires of your ideal customer. Who do you want to serve? You see, Denise said something about, she said something about, her being a chef and she loves to cook. So now she is cooking. She wants to, her ideal customer are people that wants to eat healthy. So she is targeting people that actually wants to eat healthy. So her focus is people that wants to. So you need to research your market, research the desires of your ideal customer, create a website, send out an email to your list, letting them know what your offer is. Okay, these are some of the things that you would do. I know we all have heard about this before, but we actually do not really implement it. But you need to start taking small steps that will lead you to your overall goal. Try to set goals that will move you forward on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Okay, I know we know all this, right? Sure, we know all this. So try and do those things. Use this quarantine period to do those things, set those goals, make it happen. And I really, really want to let you know that the only boundaries for me are those I place on myself. Same thing with you. The only boundary, the only thing holding you are those boundaries that you have set for yourself. So I really, really want to appreciate you for being on today. I hope this was really a very helpful workshop for you today. And if you have any question, if you have any thing else that you want us to talk about today, you can put it on the chat line and we can address it. But this is all we have today, and our program continues. This is a 6 days program, and we are on the 3rd day. Okay, we have 3 more days to go. Tomorrow, Friday, we have an amazing speaker. Oh my gosh, that is going to be joining us, very powerful, and we are going to be having her show us some of her passion that she has turned into business, and we are going to be doing some contests for you to win some of the products. I want you to be here tomorrow. I'm going to be uploading the workbook for tomorrow. So I need you to at least start completing the workbook. Write some things down. When you write it down, it's easier for you to implement. You can go back and look at it. Okay. And don't get discouraged if there's no result. Yes, yes, Miss Denise said don't get discouraged if there is no result. Yeah, so do not get discouraged. Okay, if there's no result at first, do not get discouraged. Just continue doing what you are doing. Thank you so much for that. And of course, I hope you'll be able to join us tomorrow. If you think today has been a very informative session, I want you to give us a thumbs up, put a yes on the chat line or something, and give me some hearts or something. Just let us know that this was good and we should continue doing it. We'll be back tomorrow, and I hope you'll be able to join us. But for now, I appreciate everyone, and I hope that you continue to stay safe and you have a good evening. See you later.